Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Production Line Orbital Auto, and hopefully we're going to see a proper return to form in today's episode. I say a return to form. That's not ideal. Let's fix that up. Right now. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Let's not fix that up right now. Let's fix it up right now. There we go. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that we did in the last episode that hopefully means that we're going to be able to optimize things. There was a big issue here with resource conveyors. Not proud of it. It happened. It was a thing that happened. But anyway, hopefully we're going to see a massive increase in our production. What's the problem here? What are we waiting for? Is that Windows? The panoramic sunroof? Okay, fine, whatever. Doesn't particularly matter, all things considered. I think that we can probably deal with that. It's more just, can we get enough of the locally made resources? Can we get enough of the locally made resources delivered on time to this area? That is really the question. And I think that we probably can. But we're going to need to expand. We're going to need to expand our local production as well. Don't get me wrong, that is definitely something that we're going to need to do. Okay, but everything else seems to be going pretty well. I think that we probably will have an issue with sensor chips. Don't know why I've got a funny feeling that we're going to have an issue with sensor chips, but I just have a funny feeling. Let me have a little look right now, actually. Sensors. Yeah, so we're consuming more than we're actually making at the moment. That's okay. That's an opportunity for us to actually change that. Also, how are we doing for chips? Because I know that last time, yeah, we're consuming more chips than we're actually making as well. Although it doesn't seem to show that for some reason. Not really sure why. Whatever the case, let's get ourselves some sensors. Make sensors. It doesn't fit perfectly, but it's perfect enough. Okay. This is just a quick little side project. There we go. Perfect. And you know what? This is right next to the computer chip area, so that's kind of nice. Also, I need to make sure that all of the computer chips that we are using are local. Buy all predictive stock control, chip only local. So theoretically that should change. This, we're now using entirely local computer chips, which is nice. As I say, we're probably going to need to increase the amount of computer chips that we're actually using, but that's increase the amount of computer chips that we're actually making, should I say? But that's okay. I'm okay with that for now. Anyway, in the last episode, we faffed around with getting this whole system set up to work perfectly, and work perfectly it kind of does, except we have a massive deficit of sensors. Okay, that needs to be amended. I only added 2 sensor production facilities. That was clearly a mistake. We need to add more. Okay, that there, and that there. Okay, I think that that's probably going to be enough. Perfect. There we go. Something like that. So, all of these bad boys need to be put on only local. And we'll give them all predictive stock control as well, which is honestly one of the biggest buffs, I think, or one of the biggest upgrades that you can give to any individual place. Okay, so that's being worked on. Computer chip should be also working. Doesn't look like we need to increase computer chip production at the moment. It seems to be holding steady for the most part. But that might need to change. Okay, let's have a little look, see how we're doing with sensors. Does certainly say that we're making more than we're using at this current moment in time, but that may of course change. It looks like we have got a pretty substantial delay in this area. Not entirely sure why it's happening, other than of course the sensor chips. We do have, yeah, we got a huge area where we're gonna store sensor chips. I don't know why it's taken such a long time for these chips to be delivered though. It's a little bit worrying. Resource conveyors are all connected up. Yeah, so we're waiting for computer chips over here. Well, okay. That seems to have filtered through. Yeah, it seems to be working a little bit better now. We're going to keep an eye on this area because I have a funny feeling that we're going to need to add more door panel fitting stations around here as we go. Also, having a little thought between episodes. The painting shop is still in this area. We could totally use this area as a paint shop. So that's kind of an exciting prospect. How are we doing on resource importing? Just taking a little bit of a wider view of things for now. Yeah, pretty good, you know? Edit models. Sure. Let's give everyone special lights. We're working on that. What tech do we want to work on? Honestly, I don't know. We can make headlights now, so we're gonna do that. Polished paintwork. Let's unlock polished paintwork. Let's do that. Why not? Manufacture airbag, robots galore. Max power drying, add that to the queue. Mini supply stockpiles, that's something that I've been meaning to research for ages. Preventative maintenance, expedited sales even, basic retooling. Advanced glass production, high output power plant. Let's just get all of this sort of nonsense added to the list. We'll take a pause on researching some extra features in favor of researching some more technologies. I think it's technologies. No, it's processes. We're going to stop researching technologies and instead we're going to research processes. Fine, doesn't particularly matter. Wow, a lot of defects over here. And there is a machine that's broken down. That's okay, we can fix that. Okay, insufficient resources. We're still waiting on xenon lights to be built. Fit wheels. Make wheels. Ah, yes, that's a good point actually. We've unlocked and we've set up making tires, but we still need to figure out making wheels. Suppose we could put them in this area. Okay, 4 seems like a pretty good number to me. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we'll do that at least for now. And then we'll get all of the fit wheels to be done locally as well. Oh, also lights. Do we already have light manufacture? I don't think we do. And I also think it would be in fit body? No, maybe fit accessories? Yeah, fit lights. Make lights. We haven't researched make lights. Oh, we researched the upgrade to the make lights. Sure. Well, let's research that now so we can get make lights sorted. Okay, how are things going in terms of sensor delivery over here? Okay, it turns out that we're fine for sensors. You do not have predictive stock control. What a shock. I wish predictive stock control bought for everything, but that's fine. It's fine that it doesn't. Okay, that should hopefully fix things a lot. How long's the tailback over here? Okay, it's pretty substantial actually, but also pretty substantial is our money. We're making a profit pretty considerably, actually, pretty considerably so, which is quite nice. But the amount of cars that we're just getting through here is just simply not anywhere near enough. Servos. Yeah. This has taken a long time to get stuff over here. How are we doing for servo production, actually? I'm never really sure. And also, we're really teetering on the edge of it at the moment. Servo and sensor production. Producing way more than we're consuming. But we're consuming way more than we're producing here. So we need to make more servos. Okay, that's a little bit of an annoyance. I feel that we probably need to take out, like, another section. Looks like we've finally managed to get rid of a bit of the backlog over here, so everything seems to be going pretty fine and dandy in this part of the world, which is very, very nice indeed. Great. Making lights. Let's get that right now. I want to get this set up pronto. How many lights do we make? We make 2 lights every 3 minutes. So, by my calculations, lights. We need 32 an hour. We'll probably get away with just two make light areas. Okay. Oh, that's not very good. It's not very optimal use of the space. Hey, that's pretty good, and that will allow us to put another parking sensor area in there. Let's do that. Let's actually do that. That's quite a nice, quite a nice thing to fit in there. We need to set up some more make servo production as well. I'm really not sure where we're gonna fit this. I don't want to encroach too much on the production line area. It's always kind of nice to have those two relatively separate. I do think we probably want to get a brand new area. Yeah, let's unlock this area. It's going to cost us a lot of money. It's going to cost us a heck of a lot of money, actually. But we'll expand over there, and we'll get some more servo production set up over here. 3, 4. Yeah. And then what we can do is we can do the make sensor things in here. Of course, we don't actually need making sensors. We don't need to make sensors right now, so we're going to sort of leave that a little bit as is. But that's okay. Okay, boom, boom, boom. There we go. And then, of course, we're going to need to connect it up to the central network. And come down here. Perfect. Okay, so that should theoretically mean that we will be able to address the servo shortage. That's the plan anyway. Also, we're going to need to make sure that we leave an access route up here, because this seems like a pretty good place to develop our car exporting area. But this whole area, for the most part, I'm envisioning will be just manufacture of servos and other stuff, which we're going to be needing to manufacture locally as well. Okay, this is going great over here. Really, really happy with this. Super not happy with this. Yeah, this is less than ideal. This is really less than ideal. Yeah, we need to try and get more servos stored over here. There we go. So we're doubling the servo storage in this area. We got a lot of parking sensors, but it's now just servos, which are the limiting factor over here. As I say, I've increased servo production massively. It now says that we are producing a lot more than we're consuming. However, it's going to take a heck of a long time for the servos to actually arrive in this area if they're being manufactured at literally the other side of the factory. No export room. Pretty sure you do, but hey-ho. And sure, let's add that to the queue. We might as well just add all of this nonsense to the queue. Yeah, okay. Wow, we are having real issues with importing, to be honest. Also, we need to find the fit lights section, because it turns out that I did not make that local. Fit aircon, fit cabin, fit seats, fit horn, fit lights. Yeah, okay. Fit lights. Let's do it. Imports. Xenon lights. Only local. Only local. Only local, only local. I think we can get all of the stuff done locally. Make lights. Upgrade. Buy all. Buy all. Buy all. Yeah, so I think that we can make everything locally. Of course, we need to make sure that it's all connected up. Otherwise, we're going to have a real issue. But apart from that, it's all fine. Also, this should be something that we should have done a heck of a long time ago. There's no point in it taking a long journey. Okay, great. So fingers crossed this will actually make a pretty big dent in everything. In terms of what we're producing, what we're importing, so we can basically reduce our imports over here, which is quite nice. Cool. How is Servo Town over here? Servo Town is not terrible. It looks like we've had at least some impact on servos in this part of the world. Okay, maybe we can try and get past this backlog a little bit quicker. At least, look, thinking about positives here, we're not importing anything. Oh my goodness, a double breakdown? Really? It's probably worth us trying to get another maintenance department up here. Yeah, because that would be really nice if we could speed up that, speed up any repairs in this section. This is pretty much the bottleneck of the factory. I mean, you know, there's no point in us having a super complicated, effectively second line over here if hardly any of the cars that are actually being made are being dealt with. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Part of me wants to move production like nearer here, although another part of me is kind of just like, as in production of servos and sensors and all that good stuff and computer chips. But another part of me is just like, no, we shouldn't have to do that. We should just be able to make this work as it currently stands. You know? The good news is that it's actually quite a cheap process for us. The whole thing is, I mean, all of these resources, bar, I think it's the wing mirrors. Yeah, everything else is local. Everything else should be local. And the alarm. The alarm is also, the alarm is imported, but everything else is local. I don't think you can actually make arms. Arms? Alarms. Yeah, so that's the only thing that we're really importing, which is quite nice. Does look like we are getting through the backlog, but it's just taking a heck of a long time. And it's going to continue to take a heck of a long time, to be honest. Yeah, there is a lot of imports over here. Yeah. I think we're going to need to set up more computer chip stockpiles as well. Chip stockpiles, sure. There we go. Okay, okay, this is good. This is good. But we are going to need to try and get more production set up. No export room. I'm pretty sure you should have export room. I mean, there's like areas for you to store chips down here, so I'm not quite sure why that's not happening. Or not chips, should I say, servos. Yeah, we need to get... Is this route connected up to the main route? Definitely. It definitely is. So it should be happening. It's just not happening particularly fast at this moment in time. Yeah, but servos are pretty much the limiting factor over here. Computer chips, for the most part, seem to be fine. We seem to be fine for computer chips. Yeah, everything is 100% local, which is great. And we could fix all of this, by the way, by just turning on prefer local. Which I don't want to do. Also, why can I not see cars here? It's a little bit of a visual bug. Also, as I sort of predicted, it looks like we are having issues in the paint shop in terms of the amount of paint that we can output. Insufficient resources. What is this? Automatic steer headlights. Can we not make stuff? Xenon lights. We can make these things. Are we just not making them? Yeah, we can make the lights. Directional xenon lights. Okay, we're gonna need to sort that, clearly. Because that's quite a delay. Directional lights, let's add item. Xeon. Is it... Wait, where is it? Add to stockpile. Light? Is it under light? Perhaps? It is indeed. Reduce that. Reduce that. Increase that. Perfect. Okay, so that's a pretty significant delay that we're seeing over there. Looks like this wasn't a completely flawless plan. What are they making now? Make light. Just regular. We're only outputting directional xenon light. Ah, I think I see what the problem is. Is that all of these cars are going to have... Where is it? It'll be under lights. All of them have got xenon headlights. Do they have directional xenon headlights? Is there some sort of issue here? Auto steer headlights. Automatic headlights. Yeah, so why is this a problem? If they've all got the directional headlights, directional xenon headlights, then that shouldn't theoretically be a problem. Yeah. Well, 10% local. So it looks like there is local production happening. But it's just not going to where it needs, it's just not going where it needs to be. Okay, let me see. Directional xenon headlight. Here we go. Only local. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working. So what are these? Directional xenon headlights. Where is this going? It must be going over here, right? But that's just a regular xenon light. And they're coming over here. Directional xenon. Okay. So we don't make xenon lights. We just make directional xenon lights. Okay, so that's an issue. That must be an issue with the car in terms of we need to enable auto steer headlights on everything. Automatic headlights. In fact, maybe everything actually has automatic headlights. Will that fix the problem? Huh, okay. This is really, really interesting. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to replace the fit lights section. Going to get you all of the necessary upgrades. It's quicker just to do this. And then this. And everything should be local. Got all the upgrades. It's all workable. Okay. Let's reduce that and increase that. Okay, so that works. Still insufficient resources over here, but that's okay because we should have more lights coming in right now. Loads more light should be able to be stored over here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Everything should have directional xenon lights. There we go. Okay, so it looks like it was actually a problem with the car. A problem with the car design rather than a problem with the process. Polished paintwork. That is great news. Super happy about that. Okay, great. So, we're now seeing queues everywhere, which is kind of a little bit worrying. Not super happy with that. But it's going to improve. We're going to improve. We're going to work through this backlog. How's the backlog over here doing? It's doing better. Oh my goodness, this is not a good backlog to have. We have so much money on the line right now. Not like on the line, I mean like literally on the line. But it does look like for the most part that we've fixed our servo and sensor issues, although we're probably going to have more servo and sensor issues once this line actually clears. And I've just come to a shocking realization that once we put the paint facilities over here, we're gonna have to reconfigure all of these belts again. But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I'll deal with that. It's not a problem. I want to get pretty much the exact same layout that we've got over here. Yeah. Let's drag up the blueprint. Let's drag up the blueprints. Let's drag up the blueprints and let's start faffing around with painting. So, paint the undercoat. Right there. Right there. Then we need to dry the undercoat. We need three dry undercoats to deal with that. Okay. Could actually probably condense that slightly more, but I don't really want to. We'll keep things separate for now. So that's that. And then we need to go on paint the finish, which we should be able to do. Well, actually, this is going to be one paint undercoat. We should probably have a couple of these paint undercoat things. So separate that there. And then get that like that. That's not what I meant to do. It's meant to be like so. Dry undercoat. Boom, boom, boom. In fact, these can go onto the same line. So let's bring that one closer. Dry undercoat can go literally onto the same line right there. Perfect. And then we're going to get another paint undercoat right there. And you know what? We're even going to get another paint undercoat section right here, I think. That way, 100% guaranteed to have enough painting capability. I think actually even 2 paint undercoat sections, I think that'll probably be enough. I think that'll probably be overkill, to be honest, but that's okay. In fact, maybe we can condense this more. I know this is like super pedantic, but let me see if we can redo this slightly. So paint undercoat there. In there. Dry undercoat can go here. Hey, you know what? That actually works. It looks slightly uglier, but it does actually work. Yeah, you know what? Let's replicate that, and that is my final decision. So that'll go there. That'll go there. In fact, we could technically drag it back further, but let's just work with it for now. I'm not gonna muck around any further. That there, that there, that there, and then out like that, out like that. Perfect. Okay, good. Good. In fact, we could move everything over by 1, but it doesn't particularly matter. I'm not gonna change it any further. This is what it is. It's gonna stay like this. Dry undercoat, dry undercoat, dry undercoat. Dry, dry, dry. Okay, beautiful. So that's that. Now we need to go on to painting the finish. And painting the finish is going to take 4 minutes. So it's pretty much 1-to-1 ratio. So we need to get 3 paint finish booths, which is going to be slightly more challenging. And once again, it's basically three paint finishes. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's think about what we can do here. Let's try that, and that. You know what? Let's condense that further, actually, because of course I'm all about condensing things further here. So it's 3 paint finishes. Now we basically need to get 12 dry finishes. So let's try this slightly differently. Okay. You know what? We can even try and condense this further. Actually, no, let's try something different. Dry finishes. We'll try and get something like this. Okay. It's not actually the worst idea that I've ever had. That's as far as we'll be able to take it, I believe. Actually, let's just get rid of that and then more over here. Yep. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3. That's 12. That's actually perfect. maybe, just maybe, we could even move this around here. This is gonna be tight, but we might just be able to make this whole thing work. Okay, so basically all of the dry undercoats are gonna lead into this area, and then this is gonna be led up there. Okay, I think this will actually work. Let's do this. Okay, so that's that. And now polishing the paintwork. Polishing the paintwork, believe it or not, I think will actually be the easiest thing here. We just need to get 12 of these, basically. Which we can do right here. Yep. Let's do that. And with that, I think that we'll actually have something that's workable. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be enough, but we can, of course, add more polishing areas over here. Let's buy that. 140k. Okay, we are now very, very close to losing a lot of money. But that's okay. That is okay, because we're going to deal with this expertly in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. This has been Production Line. Orbital Auto. I will see you next time. Bye.